Hello everybody, Neil from Test My Electrics. The wee video just to give you an update of how we're getting on and how we're finding business. So we've been in business for 2 years now. Started off just myself, obviously. So it'll be 2 years yesterday that I left a permanent job, employed, PAYE. Quite a lot of money I was on doing testing and inspection for basically a housing association, but it was through a company who did all their work. First year we did okay. I did okay. Just basically, we weren't charging what we charge now. We were getting our name out there. We were getting a reputation, and it went okay. I put all my savings into the company, and yeah, bought a van. Well, the first year I bought not a Berlingo, the small Bipper. It was too small, so I then bought the Citroen Dispatch, the older shape. It's a great van, but I got rid of that van because the start of this year, February this year, which is part of year 2, we went VAT registered. We turned over, I think that at that point it was 91,000 that we turned over, and the accountant basically said you need to go VAT registered now. So that's what we did. So we traded that van in purely because when we went VAT registered, we thought we'd aim at not against the clients that we had, but we'd aim at a higher client or a better, I don't know what the word is, aim to get a better clientele where, okay, the first year we did things for cheaper than what you probably should to get our name out there. We wanted to aim for that client, but also be able to have that vision of the future. So we got a Peugeot Expert long wheelbase, the L3. Better looking van, so when you're charging VAT and you try charging a more premium, we're still reasonable, we're definitely not the most expensive. When you're charging a more premium price, you're pulling up in a better van and looking a bit better than you were in your kind of older 64 plate or whatever it was, 65 plate Dispatch with the rust around the arches and the sills and stuff like that. You want a better image. So at that point it was really busy. I thought going VAT registered would kill me, to be honest with you. I mean, it just got out of hand. It did help that in Scotland the rules for the fire detection or smoke alarms that I think is coming into England soon happened, and it was really busy. Anyway, so booked up 4 weeks in advance, 5 weeks, 6 weeks in advance. So I thought I'd take somebody on. I took somebody on, and at the same time I took my son on as an apprentice. So good manpower now. We had myself, he who shan't be named because it turned out to be a nightmare, my son, and it was going really well. Became really busy again, so we took a subcontractor on. He didn't want to come on employed because his father has a kitchen company who he has to help out, and it's fair play. That didn't work out because he didn't show up 3 days in a row. Tried to contact him, no show. and an opportunity arose with a electrician that I've done loads of work with. I worked with him at companies, and he has helped me as a subcontractor, although he was doing it as what we call in Scotland homers, or foreigners in England is what I think you should call it. So that was excellent. I was delighted to have him. Well, I am delighted to have him still here, which is good. So at that point, we had another van for Scott. Got my Volkswagen Caddy. Really, really nice van. When Stephen came along, we bought another Peugeot Expert, darker grey this time, and it was smaller. It was the compact one. It's an automatic with sliding doors and stuff, automatic sliding doors. Anyway, so it didn't suit what Stephen wanted to do with the van, and it didn't suit what I wanted Stephen to be doing anyway. So I took that Peugeot Expert, the smaller one, gave Stephen mine. And when I took Stephen on, I realised how bad the other electrician was and how little work he was actually doing. So I had a word with him, explained, like, you've got to the end of the month, you need to pick up your ideas, just kind of getting to the point when we were going back to fix things that he was doing, and I'm like, basically explained that if you don't make the company money, you won't have a job, because the company has to make money to pay you. So it was a business point of view as well as a personal point of view. And the personal point of view is that he was in my class at the college when we went through our apprenticeship, and it was probably, I wouldn't say it was a friend, but it's like your friends on Facebook and stuff like that, and an acquaintance, somebody you know quite well, and you've been through college for 4 years with them and all that. So at the end, it didn't work out. Purely a couple of big issues. Main one being he left the property with a few spots covered off. Now this is my name. I've built this reputation, like I've just said, from the ground up. I would say that we were really well known in Ayrshire, definitely. We try and have a big social media presence, and I nearly cried, genuinely nearly cried. It was that bad. I was just, another incident happened, and I was like, do you know what? I need to speak to my wife, who's co-director, but also runs behind the scenes anyway. So I spoke to my wife about it, seeing how upset I was, and we took the decision to terminate his contract. Hard decision. Even now, we are still fixing things that he has done. So he's costing me money even after he's left. So that's the kind of ups and downs of having your own company. Employing people being a big one. It's really, really tough to employ people, I believe. The kind of, I don't know what the word is, man. The kind of gist of it is that it's harder than you think. I mean, these big companies, I don't know how they do it. They must have, I suppose they've got more staff behind the scenes, like HR and things like that. When you're trying to do it, run your own company, as well as do the HR, do the quotes. Well, my wife does the quotes and stuff like that, but definitely stressful. It's been really, really stressful. I've not been making much content purely because we're trying to get things and systems in place when it all works. Now we use ServiceMate. I know a lot of people use Tradify. My phone ringing, never stops. I would say as ServiceMate is better. Definitely better. The way it works, especially when you've got more than one person, the amount of money you're spending. When we had The Apprentice, myself, my wife, and 2 electricians, and the subcontractor at one point as well. 6 people. If you got Tradify, it's a lot of money. Now, service mate, I find better value for money. I find it a better system as well. The online booking thing is excellent. Just my opinion. The service mate's great. So we've got that in place. We've got we've got a spare van, spare laptop, spare tester, spare everything for another guy to start. But I have taken the decision at the moment to not take anybody else on. I think the trust is gone with taking somebody on. You take somebody on and expect them to be a good electrician and just be good at the job. And I've said this for a long time. It was said to me when I worked for a company as well. You go to your work, you do your job, you go home. Now, will people do that or not? I don't know, but it is what it is. That's what the people say, isn't it? That is what it is. So at this stage we're busy. I've actually got a holiday booked because I'm a bit stressed out of what's happened over the last month or 2 months, and I just need to get away for a little bit. Now Stephen is, he's 50 years old, very good electrician. He's probably one of, if not the best electrician I've ever worked with. Great knowledge, great work ethic, and again, this goes for anybody else that's thinking about taking people on. We had one guy, the guy that is no longer with us, and we put him in for a job and it would take him 2 hours. You're paying him £20 an hour, but you're making so much for that time. Or you've placed a job on a place. Give it to Stephen. Do it an hour. Easy. He's so fast, so good, so particular. Really, really, really good electrician. And he actually makes more money for the company. Not only does he make more money for the company, we don't have to go back and fix the things that he's done. So that has definitely worked out. Stephen's excellent. I'm delighted that he works for us. One to hang on to now. Stephen, within the first couple of weeks, got a pay rise because we realised he was making us more money, and we thought it was fair, and it keeps him here, keeps him happy. Van, fuel card, uniform, tester, laptop, you get everything. So it's good. I think it's a good place to work. I try and make it a good place to work. I'm always fair. If you need a tool, whatever, I'll buy you the tool. As far as branding goes, he's the apprentice, he's also my son. He is 16 years old. He starts the college this month, the end of this month. I'm pretty sure he's probably a bit nervous about starting the college, but he is showing great potential. Great potential. I was very wary about starting my own son. It's a great opportunity for him. I hope he takes it with 2 hands, or grasp it with 2 hands and goes with it. Fingers crossed that works out. He's basically the future of this company. So do I see myself progressing and taking more people on this year? No. Maybe next year. It's a shame. I've genuinely just been put off too much by employing that person. I've genuinely been put off employing anybody else. I mean, Stephen, like I said, he's excellent. I've no qualms in having him. I'm going to go on holiday and leave him to it. I've programmed him in for the time I'm away. He's got every material in our storage unit. I shouldn't have any issues. My plan is that I will, and of course, again, running your own business, this is my baby. I've built the reputation of this company up to, I think, a very, very high. We complete our work to a very, very high standard. I should be able to go on holiday and half an hour in the morning, perhaps 15 minutes, half an hour in the evening in case jobs change or whatever for the next day, and that should be it. On the laptop, half an hour, done. Now, whether that works out or not, I don't know, but I need to go on holiday, unwind a little bit. My family are probably at the end of the day with me as well, because all I do is work and think about work, and even, and I shouldn't do this, I know that, but even when I'm sitting watching the telly at night and I get an inquiry, I'll go into my laptop and I'll look it up, or I'll sit at the computer and I'll alter it or add it or quote for it, whatever needs done, I'll do it. So that's where we're at. I think that we're doing good. I do have a van, a fuel card, a uniform, tester, laptop, all sitting for another person. But I'm pretty sure I'm not going to take any deal, and I'll probably just sell the van, get rid of it, and it's not just costing money and depreciation sitting there. I think that's everything. I just thought I'd give a wee catch up of how things are going. It's not a very entertaining video, I know, but I do plan on doing some content, trying to get some videos out there. Not to be a YouTuber, to purely document how we do things, how things are going, allow people, clients, to go online and have a look at us and see how we do things and how we go about our business, and how we're trying to limit expanding too much because of the stresses and what's happened. It's just been a bit stressful with the person that's now no longer with us. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will make another video, perhaps aimed at how we market things. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to run a business or anything like that. I'm just going to try and explain how we did it and how we got to where we are. Whereas, I mean, as far as inquiries go, we get maybe between 5 and 10 a day at least, every single day. We're currently booked up to last week in October. Just looking at the calendar there. Last week in October. So there's some bookings in the last week in October, so it's probably, oh no, first week in November's full. So we're actually booked up to the second week in November. Which is obviously, it's really, really good, and there's no complaints whatsoever. We are thankful for everybody that supported us all the way. We get recommended non-stop. It's an honour, a privilege, a pleasure to get recommendations. I genuinely think they're better than any advertising, at all. I think how we started with, it wouldn't suit everybody. We did what I did, do things a lot cheaper than what they should have been. Now we're VAT registered, our price is £65 plus VAT per hour, which is quite high. It's not the most expensive in this area, that's for sure. One thing to know is, I don't want to blow my own trumpet here, but myself and Stephen, with brand and support, we are very efficient, we are very quick, we are very good, we are very thorough. So if we have a higher price per hour, it's more likely that we're going to do a job in a fast time. We're not, like, people stop for breaks and stuff like that. We don't really, I know you're meant to by law and all this, but we don't really stop for breaks. It's job and finish. We go in, we do a job, we go home. It's how I've always worked for companies, along with people that I've worked alongside, doing the rewires and test and inspection. test 4 houses, you tested the 4 houses, you go home and you're done. That's it, done. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry I went on a wee bit longer than I should have. I hope you follow us and come along for the ride. We are planning, like I said, to do more content, try and do as much as we can. We've got a wee bit to do, so if I look at this week's diary, tomorrow we will be doing a kitchen. I'll do some content in there. In the ICR, there's no point doing that. No point doing that. So tomorrow kitchen. Thursday, I'm probably going to do. I'm myself on Thursday, actually. Brandon's birthday, so he's off that day. Probably do some unit content and van content, and finally on Friday we'll do a bit of content in a car sales room that we're doing, which is maybe a wee office extension in there. So we'll do a bit of content, catch up, keep in touch. Any comments, please let me know how you feel about how people run their business. If you had somebody, basically, I don't mean this in the nastiest way possible, but basically bring your business down. It felt at the time it was traumatic, no doubt about it. So thanks again, take care, I'll speak to you soon.